Hi, this is Dr. Kathleen Hallinan, and we are continuing our weight loss vlog. I've been asked to do a talk on the holidays and how to cope with this season of food is everywhere. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to start with the end of my board first, okay? So do you see that? 200 decision points a day. On average, everyone makes about 200 decisions every single day with regard to eating choice and portion size. So think about that. You have to make so many decisions, and a lot of it flies right under your radar. You probably don't even realize you're making the decisions, but you do. So very important. We have put a lot of effort into education and into teaching people right choices and into all of these areas. But what we have not been able to make a lot of impact in is environment. So a lot of your choices are going to be determined by what your environment consists of. And I want to encourage you to take charge of your environment. Don't let the default environment be one full of junk. Control your environment. If you have junk at home, get rid of it. Throw it away. And I know this is a time where everybody is making things and there's a sense of love associated with it and kinship and family, and these foods are tradition, and that's wonderful. You don't have to eat everything that people bring you. Small portion sizes, very small portion sizes. Enjoy it. That it doesn't mean don't enjoy all the food that comes along with the holidays, but have small portion sizes. And if there is stuff left over, you do not need to gobble it all up. You can let it go. Okay, so I know it's a horrible idea as far as waste goes, but really, to be honest, food became part of celebration in our human evolution because it was very hard to come by, right? Food, hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago, took an awful lot of work. Now, food, you go to the store, for most of us who are in the US and developed countries, and I apologize if anybody doesn't have to do that. This is terribly unkind, but for most of us, you go into a store. You don't have to stalk it through the woods or shoot it with arrows or trap it or fish it out of a river yourself. Granted, some people do that, but it takes a lot of effort in general. It used to get food, and that's why it was such a crux of celebration, because it was just a joyous thing. But now, certainly, food is very easy to come by. So look at small portions, very small portions. You can enjoy the holiday, but have a tiny little bit of that dessert. Okay, cut a sliver of the pie. All right. Control your environment. Again, if there is stuff that you do not need, if there's junk in the house, get rid of it. If there is leftover Halloween candy, throw it away. You can get rid of things in your environment that you know you don't need and you know are bad for you. Okay? Water. Drink a lot of water. That will help with satiety. It will tend to, if that is your default beverage, then you won't be tempted so much to get the, foo-foo latte coffee with a whole bunch of sprinkles and whipped cream on top. Don't do that. Don't get soda with your whatever. If you're going to have a meal, have water with it, because then just by default, even if you were to have a low-calorie beverage with each meal, maybe a 100-calorie beverage, you just kick down 300 calories out of your day if your choice was water instead. So choose water with every meal, okay? Choose water with every meal. Find low-calorie recipes. There are so many things out there now that you can do if you have to bring something to a party. There are so many places like Taste of Home, or I use that one because that's the one I know, but even on Pinterest and things like that, there are all these recipes out there that have low-calorie options. That being said, I have people that I know that I see post things all over the place that are loaded with calories. If you're going to pick something to bring to a party, Pick something that's predominantly vegetables, pick a nice low-calorie dip. There are so many ways you can substitute cook. You can substitute oftentimes applesauce for butter in recipes. Substitute cook. Find ways that you can cut the calorie load back. There are almost always low-calorie options that you can pick, and all you have to do is search on it. And again, a lot of these cooking magazines know this, that people are looking for these things, and they have made special attempts to put them out there. Okay, so no one is going to force feed you. So don't use that there's this excuse that you must eat everything that you're exposed to. No, you don't need to eat everything you're exposed to. Just have small portion sizes, tiny bits. It's okay to say no. People aren't going to force it down your throat. You'll be fine if you make these decisions. And again, I go back to what I started with, the last thing on my board, that you will make almost 200 decisions every single day with regard to your intake and your portion size. So for the holiday season, when you're going to be surrounded by all this good stuff, control your environment, choose water as every beverage, okay, unless, apart from if you drink just plain old, normal coffee, tea, those are also okay, coffee, tea, milk, but otherwise water. Throw away stuff that's food that you don't need. You don't have to eat it all. You can throw it away if you've had some, if it's leftover, or, pass it on to someone else who may not be dealing with this, but don't feel that you need to eat everything that you are given or gifted or whatever. It's okay to not. And control your environment. And all of these decisions that you have to make every single day will be much easier if the environment you're surrounded by is healthy stuff. And again, if you have to bring something to a party or whatever, bring a healthy option. Bring a veggie tray. Bring something that's not loaded with calories. Do not go out and make a chocolate mousse pie thing, because then you're going to eat part of it while you're making it, and then you're going to eat part of it after you brought it. So you don't need to do that, okay? So those are my suggestions for working through the holidays. And on that note, I hope you all have a blessed holiday season. Thank you.